Hey everyone, Robert Silver here, and today I'm super excited to be back at Mike's Camera over in Dublin, California. And this week they're having a launch party for the Nikon Z Series full-frame mirrorless cameras. They brought two Z7s in for us to try, one with a 24-70 f4.0 lens, and on this one that I have in my hand is the 35 f1.8. I'm super excited to share with you my first impression. Okay, so I had about 45 minutes to play with the Z7, and let me at least share with you my first impression, my overall opinion about it. So far, I can say ergonomically, it feels really good in the hand. Being mirrorless, yes, it's a little bit shorter here, but honestly, it feels really good in my hand. Here, take a look. This is what my hand's looking like, and it feels comfortable. I would expect that, being that I own the D500 and the D850. I definitely want a really good grip. I don't mind having a larger camera because I like the robust feel. I feel like I could trust the system, and definitely going mirrorless here feels great. I have played with the Sony before. Sony's fine, nothing wrong with it, but ergonomically it never felt right. It never felt like I could commit professionally as a photographer to a system that I felt like could fall out of my hands. Now let's talk about the balance. I definitely like the balance. This is one of their lenses, the 35mm f1.8. One thing that I've noticed straight off the top is the beautiful, vibrant colors that I'm getting from the screen. It's really quite amazing. It looks fantastic. I know it's probably hard for you to see, but nonetheless, it looks amazing. It looks outstanding. That's what I expected. Working with a GH5 for about a year now, you know, I have pretty high standards when it comes to my video, and especially the LCD screen. Yes, it does flip up like this. See, this is the flip up part, but you know, that's what I have on my D500 and D850, so I'm not really tripping off that. All the buttons that I would expect to have on my D850 and D500, the reason why I love using those cameras, I still get those on the Z7. So it's not like I have to adapt myself ergonomically to getting used to an entirely new system. It's just a smaller package, and the Z7 basically is the smaller package of the D850. I like the button placement. It's fantastic. I have my photo and video button here. I definitely love that they actually kept the joystick. That is great. As I'm changing autofocus points with the joystick, it's moving pretty much, actually moving a little faster than my D850, so it's pretty good. Everything is really easy to read. I can easily change and zoom in and zoom out. Those buttons are there, really nice to work with. So yeah, so far I don't feel like I'm missing a whole lot if I had to switch and use a mirrorless system for the day. I do like on the sides that I have my headphone jack, my mic jack, HDMI out. Therefore, if I want to use this as a hybrid shooter, I could definitely do that with the Nikon Z cameras, shoot with it, as well as take my video, and that's what I've been waiting for. I have all this glass from Nikon, and now I'm able to have video capabilities. Finally, I can actually have one camera that does both. That's awesome. That means I don't need to sacrifice in the quality of my optics. Fantastic. Let's talk about up top of the camera. One thing that really impressed me, I know Fuji has a typical screen like this, but man, this screen is nice and bright, and my eyes aren't the best, so to be able to easily see those settings means a lot to me. Another thing that I like is that the record button is really right close to the shutter button, so that's really nice, so my finger is already naturally not to get there on the D500 and the D850, that's where it's placed, so I definitely enjoy that factor. Now, yes, we all know, and we all know about the big controversy about having one SD card slot, but honestly, being that it's an XQD card, I know that I'm going to get 10 times more reliability using XQD if I'm going to have one single card slot. I'm glad it's at least the XQD. It's going to be much faster and way more robust and much more reliable. That's why I have Nikon. That's why I've always stuck with Nikon. It's because I need dependability and I need optical, awesome, premier performance. with their new hybrid autofocus system. It switches between contrast and phase detection autofocus system, and this one in particular has 493 autofocus points for you to be able to track your subject with. That's phenomenal, because the D500 and the D850, I thought nothing would get better than those two cameras, and this one is really good. In video, okay, Nikon shooters, listen closely. In video, it impressed me. It actually did. You can actually control the way your camera transitions in focus, whether, like if you're racking and pulling, you can control the speed of it. So if you like a gradual pull, or you want it to be nice and snappy, you can actually adjust that speed. And to me, I think creatively, that's fantastic. Another thing that I loved about my D850 and D500 is not only being able to have an accurate autofocus system, is about how many images I can get in a burst that I can still use later. And with the Z7, it does up to 9 frames a second, I think is amazing. It gives me, it allows me, when I have to capture that moment, to know and to trust that I'm going to be able to capture that for my client, especially when it comes to the wedding, whether it be a first kiss or slipping on the rings or just a beautiful candid moment. I'm not going to be able to miss it. Now, yes, granted that this is just my first impression. I haven't taken out in the real world, but when I do, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun, and of course I'm going to bring that to you guys later on. For all you fellow Nikon shooters out there, another fantastic thing which I personally am very happy about is that I can still use my D850, D500 batteries in this. So all you really need to do is purchase one for yourself, put your batteries in there, and you're off to the races. So even though I have a new camera system that just hit the market, knowing that I have those trusted batteries, that I've shot complete weddings and never had to change more than 2 batteries after an 8 or 10 hour wedding. One thing that really impressed me about Nikon Z Series cameras is that they have the narrowest flange and the widest mount out there right now. 55mm mount, as well as a 16mm flange, which is going to allow my lens, when I'm taking photos, to be closer to the sensor, allowing me sharper images. So as I said earlier, here at Mike's Camera Launch Party, we have 2 Z7s to play with, but in about a month or 2, they're going to be releasing the Z6. Both cameras are going to be hot. If you have bought a D850 like myself, then you know how long the waiting list. They still have a waiting list. So if I were you, I would hurry on up to Mike's Camera at any of their locations, whether it be in Colorado or here in California. We got 5 of them here in California, and you can also head to mikescamera.com. Either way, you need to hurry up and put at least a deposit and make sure you're among the first to get this. Now I have a quick question for you. Do you currently shoot mirrorless? Are you thinking about transitioning over to mirrorless? I know we've all heard the hype on YouTube sphere about Nikon's mirrorless. I want to hear from you honestly, between me and you. I'd love to share with you my personal opinions about my impressions about the Z7 camera. So far, I think it's amazing. It's definitely going to be on my Christmas list for myself, and but I do want to hear from you. Again, this is really from a portrait photography perspective. I don't shoot a lot of sports, but so far I can honestly say this is definitely can be an amazing tool for me to have in my bag. And of course, if you're looking to improve your photography, don't forget to head on over to my website at robertsonphotography.com for further dates and details of my upcoming portrait photography and photo editing workshops. If you like this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm Robert Silver. Until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.